Hi friends, in this video I'm going to explain how this Bitbucket can be used to do the source control and how we are going to work with this tool. So first of all, this is the Bitbucket home screen. You can go to the screen and log in with your Bitbucket ID. I'm going to log in here. So once we log into the Bitbucket, you can see the repositories which are assigned to you. So if you go to the repositories, you can see the repositories which is assigned to you by the administrator or the source control manager. So when you click on the repository, you can see the source, the folders in that repository, and you can go to the branches. So I will explain you how many branches right now available. There's a master branch, which is a production branch, um, which is untouched by the developers. And there is a develop branch. This is actual development branch. And if you go to develop branch, you can see this develop branch is actually branched from the master. And what we are going to do now, we are going to further branch from develop. For every feature what we develop or every module, we are going to branch from develop and do the development, and then bring and merge it back to the develop. Again, at one point of time, we are going to merge the develop into the master. So it's like branch develop is one branch and another branch is a feature. All features are the separate branches, and then finally everything gets merged into develop, and at one point of time the develop will get merged into master. And so nobody can commit anything directly to the master and also to the develop. They can only merge things or commit things only to their branch what they are going to work on. I'll explain you how the branching works, creating the branch, and um, how you start work. Let's see how do I create a branch to start working on a particular feature. So I'm going to click on the create branch button, and it's going to be a feature branch, and it's going to branch from develop. So I'm going to call it as plant master, um, maybe with today's date 11/04/20. Okay, and then create this branch. The branch is created, and the destination has to be developed. Okay, so now how do I check out this branch using the source tree? So which I will be showing it from the source tree. I go to the environment and open the source tree. So in the source tree, you can see the remote branches and local branches. So these are the remote branches right now it's showing up. So there's a button called fetch. Fetch will refresh the remote branches. So when you click on the fetch, just say fetch all tags. So when the remote branches are refreshed, you get the feature plant master. So here you can right click and say checkout, and when you do the checkout, the remote branch comes to the local. So this is a local branch. Okay, so there's another local branch which I created previously. I can delete it. So this is the current branch which I'm going to work on. So there's a button called Explorer. So I advise you to use this button to open the local branch. So don't try to open directly from here. There's a good chance that you may open some other repository. So better to click on the explore. This is the actual branch, actual files in the local system, local file system. So I'm going to this TAM module. There's something called plant master. So now my branch is pointing to this branch is pointing. I'm able to check out to my local system. Okay, let me make some changes and show you how to commit these changes. So I go to the business and let me see. I'm going to add a type. Let me see how many types are here. Um, Unit, system, equipment, material. Let's say I'm going to add new type, a new type called functional location. So I go and create an entry here. So in the entry, so add type tam underscore functional location. So that's the type name, and tam underscore functional location, tam underscore functional location. So right now I'm just going to give only description. Okay. So I created this type here, functional location, and functional location, and this one is going to also be a functional location as the variable. Okay, when I run this build now, it's going to create this type functional location. So I need to give this entry in the BRD file, build release descriptor. So build release descriptor, and I go here, types, and then make an entry here, add type. So if I run this build, it will create that new type. Okay, now let's assume that I have done the work. Basically, I run this install.tcl to create that type. So once I do that, once I'm done with my work, I open the source tree back. You can see it's showing me two commits. So when you click on that button, it shows what are the files changed from the last commit. So I changed the type data, basically added this type. I changed the BRD file, make an entry. So I can click on stage all, and then I can make comments here. So I'm going to give comments as added the new type functional location. So once I do that, I click on the commit button. Okay, now the changes are committed to the feature plant master. So this is the everyday activity I should do to commit the code to the remote repository. But now, how will I bring this to the develop branch so that any new developers can pull it into their branches? So for that, if you go to the develop branch now, I change the develop branch. If you go to the develop branch, I won't have that. I wouldn't be having that type changes. So it is telling me to reload. So when I reload, so those changes are not there. You might notice here the type functional location is not there in the develop branch. Um, so even the BRD file missing the change because I changed my branch to develop, right? So now how do I bring these changes to the develop branch? I cannot directly commit to the develop branch because I don't have permission. So the only way to bring these changes to the develop branch is to create a pull request. So if I go here, I can go something called pull request. Probably once your work is matured, you want to bring these changes to the develop branch, you can create a pull request. So I go and click on the create pull request. and then it shows from the feature branch you're going to merge to develop branch, and it shows added the new type functional location is the only one commit you have done. And so who are the reviewers? So you had to put my name because I'm the only one who can review and approve. So click on and also another beautiful thing is if you go to the diff, it shows exactly what is changed in this last commit or whatever the from the pull request from the time you created the branch develop branch from the develop branch from the time you created this branch, how many what are the changes happened. It's not only the last commit, all the commits happened in this branch. So you can also go and see the exact changes. Okay, so and click on the create pull request. So when you click on the create pull request, it creates a pull request and notifies the administrator, basically the source control administrator. So once I get that pull request, what I can do is I can go to the pull request here in my browser, and then I can open the pull request and says who created this pull request. I can also see the differences, what has changed, and I can also comment here. Oh, this is a beautiful way to do the comment. For example, I can say that hi, why there are no attributes ADDRI associated with this type. Like this I can, and also I can attach I can tag people. Okay, so and then save. So he can reply and he can make further changes and commit it back, then the pull request automatically updated. Okay, so once I'm happy with this pull request, I can click on the approve. It's approved now, and there's a button called merge. So it's going to merge this branch back to the develop. So click on the merge. I can close the branch immediately and merge. So this is done by the administrator, basically the source control administrator or source control leader. So the branch is merged now. So when you go to the branches, now we should be having only two branches. You can also see the merged branches. I think the branch is closed, so it's not even showing here. Okay, now how do we make sure the branch is merged? So if you go now back to the develop branch and then see whether the change is reflected. So click on the pull button. So there's a make sure you are in the development branch and then click on the pull, and then you're pulling the remote develop to the local develop. So click on the pull. So once it is pulled, you go to the local and open the type data, and then we should have that changes here. You have the functional location, which is now part of the develop branch, and maybe you can verify. I got the pull request mail, so I can go to the BRD file and go to the types section. So here it is. So the the develop branch is updated now with the latest changes. So this is the way we're going to work, and I have created uh, two pages here. So one for how to set up this Bitbucket, and then how we are going to create this branch. This is the current video I'm going to upload. I'm going to embed this video here. So you can go through this and let me know if you have any queries. Thank you folks. See you in the next video. Bye bye.